from wherever you are, and welcome to Let's Play Games. I'm John McFarland, Adult Services Librarian for National Public Libraries, and I hope you'll join me in learning or discovering about some of the more common and uncommon games out there. Last time, we talked about tabletop role-playing games. We talked about D&D. We set up characters. We outfitted them. And between Nika, Arteloth, and Sven, we're now going to venture into the world of Phandalin. Let's get stuck in. Welcome back to our game already in progress. Now, where we got to last time. Nika had a lovely workout in front of a pit.
Shoulders were a little tight.
Shoulders were indeed a little tight, but you know what?
That's
You
why I
made
didn't
it
kill
work.
the second goblin on one shot.
You did the most
I did the most.
successful, unsuccessful stealth I think I've ever seen.
Right?
But handled that combat rather well at the expense of Arteloth having to very generously explain the concept of death saves. But you're stabilized. You're at 1 hit point. You are at the mouth of this cave. I will say that you can see at least a little bit in. All three of you, give me a perception check, please.
Oh boy.
7 total.
7 total.
5. I have a -2.
I only have a +1.
So you can see that the stream goes back a little bit.
We're not very perceptive.
You don't notice anything else out of the ordinary. I will tell you, you see a small apparatus in that blind next to where you're at right now that you could see they were making what looks to be a lunch or dinner of some sort. It's like a soup apparatus, which is now rapidly boiling and overheating.
Oh, we gotta take that off. It's gonna burn. The heat deals 1 hit point of damage.
Get out.
It's like,
Okay, let me cool it down first.
So about that survival check.
Yeah, right?
Or no, actually that would just be straight Constitution save.
Oh, and
You should don your oven mitt gauntlets.
I am resistant to fire damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it halves
Just
it to
saying.
0.
See, you just only need to take 1 hit point rounded down.
Half
good luck.
of 1 is 0.
You're good. So you do not notice anything out of the ordinary. You're in this little
I don't
small
know.
blind.
Ominous soup is ominous.
Ominous soup is sometimes ominous, but in this case, it's just soup.
It's just soup.
Is
Just
it
soup.
human soup?
I don't think
It's a
so.
ration. Is this can I take it as a ration?
I mean, you could make an investigation check to see if it's actually
I could, but
I will.
I am not intelligent.
I'm curious now.
okay.
Okay. Is it good soup?
What about 8? I rolled a 3.
Good soup.
Good soup. Good soup. Might get some on the way out. I'm running.
There you
I've only
go.
got 1 ration.
It's still
Yeah.
boiling pretty hot, so I don't think it,
Okay.
unless you've got a really strong Tupperware container, which I don't think you have.
No.
I'm checking all my
Unfortunately.
stuff. No, I don't
I
think
have
so.
a
Can I
legendary
maintain a
item.
shield around it?
Wondrous that requires attunement.
Wondrous Tupperware.
Tupperware, indeed.
Yeah, with 2 B's.
Okay, so you see the entrance to this cave here.
It's a good entrance.
And I'm talking about specifically right here or so. And
So
you can see a little bit, but not
Okay.
that crazy far. Yep.
I'm just
Okay.
going to use my passive perception from now on because I don't want to risk rolling, which is an 11. And I'm just going to kind of walk
my
in.
passive is an 8. So I see that this is X'd out. Do we
Yeah,
need
those
to?
X's are impassable.
Okay, so
Impassable,
just
okay.
walk up the stream to go in.
Yeah, you're walking
deeper?
like up, and there's a little bit of like a small side. And Nika, I'll say that as you get to the entrance, and just inside this cave mouth, right here, there are a few uneven stone steps.
Uneven. That makes them odd.
Are they uneven to the point where they'd be difficult to pass?
No, they just look like they were very crudely fashioned out of some stone tools.
Production team was giving heavy size to, to that joke.
We're all disappointed in you.
Okay. Including me.
So I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm gonna
right
keep. Oh, okay. So it looks like it would be difficult to try to climb on the rock. So it's pretty much keeping us in the stream.
Yeah, like these steps, they're passable. They look like they're just a
Oh,
standard set of stairs, just very crudely crafted.
Okay.
Do they lead up somewhere?
For that, you are going to need a perception roll.
All right, I'll see. Yeah, 6. Stairway to heaven.
There's a chamber.
Oh,
for sure.
Oh,
Okay.
it was a very easy DC.
You're looking right at it, so that's part of the problem here.
Okay.
There's a small chamber. I turn around to my group, and they're all like, we're all in the water. It's like echoing, so I'm sure it's kind of loud, and we're just kind of like,
Yes,
you're
it is.
barely hanging on.
I'll tell you, it is.
What's
loud.
going on up there?
There's steps, odd steps leading
See
to a
healing?
chamber.
Is there a healing potion on the steps? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Should we keep moving forward or check out the chamber?
Let's check out the chamber in case there's anything in there.
Yeah.
If there is something, we don't want it coming behind us.
Okay, at the moment, you're the strongest of our group.
Really?
Maybe not the strongest.
You are equal to me because I have 9 hit points.
All right.
And you have 9, right?
I have 8, but
You have 1.
I have resistance. I can give myself resistance.
So yeah, you actually are the strongest
Yeah.
of the group right now.
I mean,
Wizards.
Do you want to sneak ahead and then you can, I don't know, use fancy magic to get back to us?
For the low price of a stealth roll.
I can try that. Yeah.
I can't stealth.
All right. I'll try to be sneaky.
Okay.
That's 13.
13.
So as I'm entering, use the cantrip Blade Ward on myself before I enter.
Okay.
It lasts for a minute. Or no, wait. I think it's only a round, actually. Never mind. But just in the moment that I look
You
around,
can ready it.
I could I'll ready Blade Ward.
Cool.
As
I'll
I move around the
ready.
turn.
It works fine.
Yeah. One action, self.
The
1 round. Yeah.
small chamber. It is.
Filled with soup.
It is a dank and humid chamber.
Soup.
Definitely. Do I smell soup?
It's some dank soup. Oh no, you're down.
Rocks fall. We all die.
Apology.
I wouldn't die in rocks. I
so-
am rock.
It is at this point that you see a small group of wolves,
Group? Plural?
plural. All 3 of them
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
are tethered to a chain that is against a rather sturdy and large stone
Okay.
that is in the rear. And you hear snarls. You see a pair of greedy bean eyes, then a second pair, then a third,
That's 3.
and small rattling chains as they begin to stand up. Each wolf's chain is on an iron rod that's connected to the stone.
Okay.
And they are looking right at you.
Blade Ward. Do they? And so they're connected there, and at that point, I just go I step immediately back to Nika. There is a terrible beast. We should turn around.
In Nika's mind, she's imagining like a giant, like a terrible beast, and it's like 3 dogs.
It's got 6 eyes.
I will say, because you got close enough, you will see that there are 3 separate creatures.
Okay.
But his scared brain.
Yeah. It's,
You get a little spooked, totally respectful.
we are at the gates of hell. This is Cerberus.
Not Cerberus this time. That comes later in the campaign.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I don't think we're.
Okay, what do you suggest? Do we run?
Could
Do we
you-
face it?
From what I could, a moment of clarity. It looks like wolves, like a small pack of wolves, but they are chained to the wall to an iron stake in the ground back there.
Can you like make sure they're chained there?
Could you freeze the chains?
Oh wait, yes, I can make sure, and I'll step back around. Do they react to me at all whenever I
Oh,
step
yeah,
back?
like they're aware of your presence. They're
got your
snarling a
scent.
bit.
Are they like pulling on the chains trying to get me?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
A little bit.
The chains seem to be in place.
They're perturbed.
Okay.
That's for sure.
I'll use Mage Hand to go and like kind of like wiggle each of the iron rods to make sure they're securely like into the ground. I know I can't like push them further into the ground. I just want to check them.
Oh no.
You,
Oh no.
you by trying to secure
okay.
them, like release
So
all
with
of
the
them?
mage hand,
Yes.
all three of them are like seeing this. What color is this mage hand?
It would be like a dim yellow, like a dim green yellow.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this little
Jaundiced, yeah.
green jaundiced hand go above them and like, and all three of them at once try and. The chain stops, but you do hear a little bit of stone crumble. It's still secure.
It's still secure?
It's still
Okay.
secure, but
It looks like it. Never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
there,
You're just freaking
like
me
it's
out.
very clear that they're not happy at your presence, and
Okay.
they look domesticated. I'll tell you that. But
Nika gets an idea and comes up behind you and says, I could throw them some of my jerky. Because my favorite item is rations. And I have so much jerky.
Wait.
okay,
Save your rations. There's a whole pot of soup.
You're both idiots.
I thought you were going to say Arlov's at 1 hit point
so if you
so we can get out of here.
you are welcome to do so.
Oh. Make sure the soup's not too hot.
What are you? So what is your intent?
Feeding the dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, feed them to distract them.
Because if they're full, they're not going to be as like ravenous.
Can
Okay.
you mold earth over their like pittons to make sure they're stuck there?
Oh, I can do that. I can secure the pittance with mold earth.
Yes.
That's a great idea. It's 30 feet range. Just try to secure the pittance
Eggheads
down.
for the win.
I'm gonna say this politely. You can certainly try.
Okay,
Oh
yeah,
no.
Dope.
I will do that. I like.
I'm going and getting the soup. I thought you were going to say make a dog bowl in the stone beneath them to pour the soup into and create like a line from us to pour it into.
Arlof, that's a fantastic idea. Nika, grab the soup.
Your backup plan.
Done.
If the pittance come out, throw the soup.
This is a convoluted plan, but I love it.
This is flawless.
Yeah,
This is a seamless plan.
I see
without
no
the
error.
seams.
I'm just gonna do a very quick sidebar here. In the event that this occurs, let the players do what they want. The actions will have consequences.
We want soup. We want the dogs to have soup.
But as a DM and as players, go for it. It happens in different ways.
Maybe once the dogs have eaten, they'll be
Yeah.
nicer. I mean,
Satiated. They'll be our friends.
then maybe they'll calm down and
I
go
would
to
say,
sleep.
I will give you that trying to feed them would require an animal handling check.
I got it.
And I will give you that with food, the DC
Aid
is
each
lower.
other.
Okay.
You help me by just being
Making
nice
sure
to
they
them.
stay in place.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. All right, so what's the plan of action here?
Okay, so molding
Mold earth.
stone over,
Onto the pittance to make sure they're secure into the ground.
and then I am slowly approaching with an animal handling check, being aided.
Can you?
I can aid with the animal
Oh,
handling.
Because I'll be
Nice.
busy molding earth.
All right, so
And so we're
animal-
just like, good boy.
I'll hold the bottom.
You're so sweet. You are so cute.
Okay.
And bringing the soup. You want soup? It's good soup.
animal handling check.
Dope. 14 plus 1, 15 total.
15 total. The snarls, they continue. And then,
It's good soup.
Well,
Oh, they're so cute. I want to keep one as a pet.
They're terrible. What are you talking about?
and then they start,
Oh, yeah, you're a good boy. Yeah.
they slowly, until they're up against the chain, like you can see that they're. I said puppy dog eyes. These are puppy dog eyes.
I want to keep one so bad.
you can't have one.
It's
It will
my
murder us in our
friend.
sleep.
No. Not if we keep giving it soup.
How much soup do you think we have?
There's an entire cauldron.
They're gonna eat all of the soup.
It will consume the soup. I will absolutely say.
for sure.
All right.
So I'm
Yeah,
like
with, like, the soup to
slowly
be gone.
pouring this like venison stew or whatever in front of them and letting them eat out of the,
Or just put the pot
or
down.
I guess
Yeah.
putting the pot down. I don't know.
I don't
This
know
is
how-
where
how
the
tall pot is.
investigation check is even more hilarious because they don't know what kind of soup it actually is. So
Are we poisoning?
We might be
It's bad soup.
It's bad soup.
Is the good soup bad soup?
It might be bad. It might be good soup, but bad soup for.
they begin to slowly lap it
It's gonna be chocolate or something.
and then consume it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's leave before we see anything happen.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah,
they're
we're-
the
consuming
dogs
out.
live forever. Okay.
I still want
There
to
is.
secure the pittance
Yeah.
with mold earth.
I'm trying to think because surely you've got to roll something.
You could just do an Arcana check.
Yeah. I can do Arcana, or I could do like a spell, like do a spell attack or something like that.
Do a spell attack for me. That would be perfect.
Is Mold Rock a
Even
ranged
you.
spell?
I'm not a bard,
It's
but I
30
believe
feet.
in you.
Oh, okay.
It's 30 feet away, and I can do it in a 5-foot area.
Sometimes you're going to make up rolls on the fly. This is one of those cases.
That is a 22.
Works like a charm.
All right.
So it's
All
literally
right.
a rock with chain sticking out.
Basically, now the pittance have been
Yes.
engulfed by a rock.
I'd say we won D&D.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
Like, that was the best tutorial.
we solved that encounter.
We solved your wolf riddle.
I will grant you that was the best way to play it. All right, so you see a little bit further, there's a pathway along to the right side. This is now a firm pathway.
I am now like, yeah, I'm shaking as much as Sven now because it's like, I know we don't have a ton of hit points between the three of us. And if there's already 3 wolves, like what else is in here?
Nika, should I continue to go first?
No, it's okay. I'm good. I'm good.
I can protect myself easily if need be.
Okay, maybe you should go first.
Okay. All right.
I haven't been
Are we
doing
putting
well with
me?
my
Are we
perception.
putting me in the middle?
My magical armor lasts for
Oh, yeah, we
several
should put you in
hours.
the middle in
Yeah.
case something comes up from behind.
So I'll go ahead and tell you, you see up above, remember I said it was like 20 to 30 foot ceilings? About halfway up, there appears to be a bridge.
Like
I need-
stone or man-made?
It is a wood bridge, from what you can tell. It looks rickety as all get out. And I need all 3 of you to give me a stealth roll.
Disadvantage. A 3 and a 1. So I'll take the 1. Yeah, I mean, we're scared. And we didn't say we were stealthing, so.
I got a 20 total, not a natural 20.
Dude's invisible.
I have a 6.
We're just back here like, clonk, clonk, clonk.
Nika.
What's up? How's it going, DM? God.
You hear
Groomsh?
you know this as a goblin code. Dang it. It can be used in a couple of different contexts. But you're very familiar with this code. You don't know what it's translating to.
It means soup's ready? I think it means bad things are about to happen.
Sven and Arteloth, give me perception checks, please.
Oh no.
Yay.
Perception. That's a natural 20, which means for me,
Let's go.
that's an 18.
But a natural 20. We respect natural 20s
We do.
at this table.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
6.
6.
Yeah.
You see just a flash of the bridge swaying slightly. That's it.
Wolves.
Incoming.
And I'm just turning around to be like, hey, stand at attention. I heard some goblin code. They're activating something.
They're on the bridge.
When you say that,
They're
I
on the
begin.
bridge? Oh, crap.
I begin to ready Blade Ward again, like I was before. Whenever he says that,
Excellent.
or she, Nika.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So you're going to have to go under the bridge and continue under this pathway.
You said they're on the bridge.
Something's on the bridge.
Should we burn it?
No, we should.
What?
Fire. What else do you burn bridges with?
Do you have fire?
Do you have fire?
No.
I'm sure I got a torch somewhere.
I will also say, as you're like right parallel to it, you see off on the other side of the stream,
Yeah, I got a torch.
there
And it's in the
is
box.
a steep climb upward. And the stream itself is plunging and splashing down on the west side.
Okay.
There's a side passage, but it appears to be a rather steep climb.
Oh, back up this way.
Oh no.
I'm
there-
talking about right here.
Oh.
Yep. This continues the pathway. This is there, but it looks really steep from what you can tell.
Seeing that there's like a structure that's made in here with the bridge, and noting earlier whenever I saw the irregular water patterns, can I make some kind of roll, whether it be investigation or something, to see if like we're in danger of like another trap involving water in here?
Sure. Give me an insight check.
Insight, okay. 11.
Funny you should ask.
Nope.
You
Not funny,
hear
haha.
boom, boom, boom. Wait, that's weird. Suddenly, you were standing in dry land, and it's quickly up to your knees.
Oh.
You hear a rush of water coming down this pathway.
No.
Oh.
Nope. Nope.
Time to go. Let's go the steep climb. Let's do that one.
It is up.
That's the only way out. We got to get out of this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there's
I can-
more than one way out, my friend.
Yeah, I was already gonna say Nika doesn't like the idea of something like firing down on her. Past trauma with an arrow on the ear.
Valid.
So yeah, she would be trying to look for like a way to climb up to the bridge. But you resolve what you're doing first.
Well, so I will say, if you want to try and scramble up that steep passage, you're more than welcome to try. It will require a lovely roll. So
Wait, which side is the steep?
It's that
this
way.
is, and it goes that way.
Is there a
and
way to
up.
get up to the bridge from here, or is it just sheer?
It's
It just is
it's like
in the air.
10-ish, 15-ish feet above you.
What's my vertical jump?
That was what I was going to ask.
I think
Better
vertical
than anybody
jump
else's.
jump is your
I don't know.
strength bonus.
Yours might be better.
Yeah, because mine's a +3.
Oh yeah, yours is probably way better. I have no vertical jump. It's
I don't remember how to calculate that because I had the essentially boots of leaping with my last monk, and it was just stupid. Yeah, my strength is a +3.
So is mine.
All right. So what are we going to do?
For what it's worth, I say we go up the steep path. Because there's no
seemed-
way we're going to get Magic Man up onto the bridge.
It's fun, but yes, I agree.
I mean, he could still take cover.
I would not be so sure.
Okay.
So, in the interest of us keeping Sven alive and me alive, maybe we go up the steep path.
Steep
Go for it.
path. 2 out of 3. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. If it looks climbable, I can't find the rules on jump at the
Who's-
moment. I'll go first
I'll go behind.
since I have.
Okay.
Give me an athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
If I use my rope, would it give me any bonus?
You'd have to find a way to latch onto something at the end, and you don't know how far up it is.
Lasso.
You could, however, leave it behind you.
Could I step on the magic man
No.
and raise me up about 5 feet?
That would not be the best idea.
I would crumble.
I don't think the weight would support, and that is
yeah,
nothing
that's
on
true.
you.
I am not strong at all.
Ooh, that's not the best roll. So I got total 12.
12. So you were trying to scramble up this path, not the bridge. Just to make sure I'm understanding it right. Okay. You try and bramble up. And even with dark vision, you find it difficult to see the surrounding. And with it being wet as it is, you struggle to find your footing. I know the two of you are intending on following. You try and all move, let go first. As you fall behind, Nika falling back down knocks you into the pathway, and at that moment, right into the wall of water.
No.
You all, I will give you dexterity saving throws.
Okay. 12.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Also a dirty 20.
So that was
So the two of you, at the last possible moment, see a bit of like stone outcropping that's just barely hidden. Nick, on the other hand, you fall down, you're brambling, and then you get whacked on the side of the face with a wall of water.
Yeah.
And all the way out to the cave mouth,
I'm just like letting it happen and rolling with it.
taking 4 points of what we're going to consider bludgeoning damage here.
Not good.
Oh, sorry.
The water continues to pour out of the stream. But it slowly begins to ebb as you see the water level drop.
Stupid goblins. And I get up. I draw my battle axe. And I'm like mad at this point.
You are the one who hears the following. Defensive positions. We have company. That's all you hear.
Cool. I as I'm like storming back into the cave, I say, "They're coming out to attack. Ready yourselves!" And I take cover here with the rock wall, slightly like stepping a couple like 1 foot into the chamber with the wolves,
Okay.
and I ready a javelin to throw it at anything I see.
Okay.
Okay.
Moments pass. Silence.
I like peek my head back out. Where are they?
Nothing.
No one's coming.
And I like get back up with y'all. I'm really sick of this place.
we
Me
need
too.
somewhere more defensible than
Yeah.
in.
We are in the wide open here.
I don't know if they can do that again or not. We should definitely get out of the water.
So do we want to try and go
Nika,
underneath the bridge?
I will give you an insight check.
Oh no.
Is 5.
You've heard defensive positions before. You're kind of like, you're waterlogged, so you're not able to
Yeah.
I would say it's reasonable to conclude that they're not coming to you.
Yeah, I figured.
They're
Yeah.
aware of your presence, don't get me wrong, but
And I was kind of far out, but maybe I could ask them, where did the voices come from? Like, are they coming from up here? Because they would have heard the goblin voices.
When just
I
not
probably wouldn't be
understood,
able
yeah.
to tell which direction they were coming from out there. But I asked them.
give me a perception roll.
Okay. 15.
4.
All right. So for your 15, you can tell it came from like this direction. I will give you, as you were trying to bramble up, you could just barely kind of make out some like goblin cackling laughter. Completely separate and different from the noises
Over
that
there.
were here. Apologies.
I don't like us being on the low ground under this bridge.
And the voices came from around the bend up here. So I think if we go that way, up where you were trying to go before, it might be safer for
Well,
us.
I'm thinking I failed at climbing up there, but
Should I try?
could I?
You were also trying to do it at a rapid pace.
That's true, but I'm thinking, what if I lift each of you up to climb up onto the bridge, and then I go around as bait, and then you flank them from the bridge?
And
I think there were things on the bridge.
there might be.
There were things on the bridge you have no current.
I think they would be firing down at us if they
they
were
were up
still
there.
there.
Yeah.
Fair.
I can maintain one more of the molded earths, like I did for the pittance. What if I made like an intermediary step in between that steep edge there, make it easier to climb?
Yeah.
Give me a spell attack like we did before.
All right.
Just for
Cool.
I want to see just how stable this thing's going to be.
20, dirty 20. Oh wait, no, 23. That's plus
23.
5, yeah.
So you're kind of like looking at the stone and be like, oh, I could use that stone. That stone.
Yeah. You,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
got this. Yeah, you could absolutely. You'd have to use that spell, but yeah, you could mold, and I'd say you'd be able to bramble up.
Okay. So taking our time now,
Yeah,
going, and I'll go up last to catch any of you that might.
I make like the easy wall from a climbing gym.
hey, it works. So, is that the direction you all are going?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
That's the plan.
Excellent. So what you get is
But I can only maintain 2 of those. So if I do another, the pittons are no longer secure.
We shouldn't do anymore.
Okay.
Keep those where they are.
Yeah. Dogs are happy and fed, but I am not a gambling woman.
Also, it only lasts an
gambling
hour,
man,
so
but, you know.
kind of on it,
Okay.
yeah.
okay. So you can see I've added a little bit of fun to the map. You bramble up this, and it looks like you've gone around where the bridge would be. It's reasonable to conclude you were up where the bridge would end. And from here, you hear more of that goblin cackling.
Yeah.
But let's take a moment, take a breath, and then we'll see where that cackling leads. 1 second. As you finish coming up this pathway, you hear some laughter. You see, just barely, there is an opening. And there appears to be a kind of lower level and an upper level. And you can just make out that this area right here, let me just go ahead and highlight where the demarcation is. It's like right here is like an upper boundary. So anything up here, you can't really make out, but you can tell there's an upper level. Okay. Here is like a downward area. It's got some very crude sleeping mats. It's got a very crude fire that is currently lit and also making some sort of boiling, what I'm guessing is more soup.
More soup.
More soup.
And I will say,
Means there's more dogs.
I'll give you that on the very top, you can just make out a human head that's like lined against the stonework.
They decapitated him.
Do we recognize said head?
Give me a perception roll, please.
Sad head?
No, said head.
Sad head.
It's probably
Sad?
sad. It's probably sad.
It is probably
Is it
sad.
Sid? Is
Okay,
it
that's a
Sid's?
natural 20.
Natural
Oh,
20.
nice.
It's still,
But it's still an
sad
18.
Head.
So all you see is the head, and you can tell that they've been bonked on the head pretty hard.
Ooh,
But you're not the only one who can bonk, by the way.
the bonkening.
Oh no.
And from here, you can make out just barely the face of Sildar Hallwinter. And you can see him just giving absolute daggers.
Oh,
It's like, when I get out of these ropes, you all are done for. He makes eye contact with you and like goes wide-eyed for a second. No, really, there will be people. Yeah, sure. We would be warned, there'd be a whistle, there's been no whistle. And then you see him, I don't know, I'd be careful if I were you. I mean, really, there's only 4 of you. We'll be able to take care of business. With what army? They're just kind of like laughing at him and cackling, and he's going, I don't know. Just because one of you has that slightly larger sword, you think you're a boss of this place.
Just feeding, just trying to be like,
Big sword.
And you
big axe.
you hear a louder voice, more high pitched, going, actually, I will be the boss of this place. Just you wait.
I first. Okay, so order of operations. I'm going to look at Sven and be like, you go first because you have the most hit points. And
All right.
Congratulations, you're the tank.
you're the tank.
no.
And I will. I'll go second. I'll try and offer support, and you need to bring up the rear in case something comes behind us.
And I will save my last healing in case you go down.
I'm probably gonna go down.
Okay.
So,
I'm hard to take down.
We rush in on 3.
on 3, so I can cast one more really big spell, and then I'm out of energy for the day.
Okay.
Should I use it here, you think?
Use it here, and then we can make a defensible.
Do you have anything that could look flashy, even though it doesn't do anything?
Well, I can do the Ray of Frost that I've been doing, but that's that's just, I can do that all the time. But I'm talking, I can hit all of them.
Do you want to take out all of them?
I think I might be able to take out one of them and then really hurt the rest of them.
Oh,
Okay, if that's
yeah.
what you want to do.
Do that.
And you will be, so you have no idea where they are, because I'll say even to you, like they're trying to position their head, but it looks like shaking of head to you.
Yeah.
So you can't like make out where the eyes are darting.
Well, how about this? Since we can't tell if they're all together or not, I'll make the call on whether I'm going to use it once we get in there.
Okay.
You two sneak in. I'll wait here. I can dash into action when ready.
I'll
I'll yell soup when we need you.
Soup is the code word.
if it's not a good setup for what I wanted to do, I'll just Ray of Frost to start things off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say code word good soup if you're using the big spell.
Uh-huh.
Code word bad soup if you're using the Ray of Frost.
Yes. Okay.
Sure.
Are you taking care of the codes?
I'll take care of the codes.
Okay.
You are the keeper of the codes.
Keeper of the codes.
Okay.
Wait, I'm.
Code keeper.
Nope. And on 3.
No, you guys are stealthing.
Pushed me into it.
So they're stealthing forward
Stealthing here.
into the area.
All right,
and
so
I'm
the
waiting.
two of you give me stealth checks, please.
I'm waiting behind cover because I'm going to wait for them to die and then I'm going to leave.
That's fair.
I mean, fair.
Cold.
It would be
Absolutely
fair.
cold, but I love it.
Frigid.
That's something Sven would do.
I know, right?
That would track.
I'm using your playbook. You're right.
Okay. So, what you see?
I'm learning from our honorary tank.
Yes.
Listen,
You haven't taken any damage yet.
No.
because in the beginning we were like, no, you stay in the back.
Right. That's always how it goes.
Yeah.
Honey, you get to be brave today.
I hadn't informed you all that I was an abjuration specialist yet.
All right. So we have here.
Ooh.
So there appear to be 4 in total. 3 of them are of your standard fare, and you can just barely make out that the other one has like a small suit of armor and a sword that is larger than they are that they can somehow wield.
Okay.
And then Sildar is like back here in the corner.
Okay. Bat soup.
Really? Bad soup?
Bat soup.
Because they're not 5 feet together?
It's ice knife.
Ah.
Yeah.
So bad soup.
Yeah. So what ice knife would do is I target one of them, and then in the area around them, it deals extra damage.
Nice knife?
Yeah. Ice knife. Knife.
I'm just being a jerk. I told you I'm the bully of the group.
Yeah, but it's working because my brain hurts.
Oh, too much math.
Too much math.
It would be D10 on hit, and then 2d6 to everything else around.
Okay, and I'll put, we're going to have
Ooh.
Sildar be like right here in the corner.
Save that if they do end up.
If they're grouped, yeah.
Okay, so bad soup.
I've got other good stuff too.
Got other
Yeah.
good soup.
Yeah.
So I'll let you have, I went ahead and rolled, you will have surprise. So you get that nice free round.
Y'all take your actions and then I'll follow it up because I'll be breaking the stealth for sure with my stuff.
So I get pushed into the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
And on 3.
Just push me into wherever you need me to be.
Okay. I think I probably would have tried to push you as far to the wall as I could so that I can get past you.
Oh no, into the room.
Like into the room.
Yeah.
So that I can
Oh,
try
you guys are in there. Oh, this is like a partition?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There you
Okay.
go. Okay, then I'll stay behind the partition.
And
I thought it was elevated.
I'm not sure. I think it's because this other part is higher, if I
DM,
understood
can you
correct.
clarify a little bit? Is this a partition or is it a wall?
no, it's just what we would consider a wall.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay.
I can just go in one more extra space. No, that's not me. Oh, that is me, yes.
It is you.
Yeah.
How dare you.
Swap-
At that point, you would be within plain sight because
Yeah.
this is like
Right,
going
they're
up to another
activating
level.
their actions.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting pushed into the room to be the distraction.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Okay. And we get that round before, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll definitely get that.
Oof.
10.
I'm glad we get that round.
Right in the middle.
12.
4.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
It was almost in the order.
Maybe
that we
they'll
said
all
we would
group
go.
up and I can hit them all.
Yeah.
But
That would be nice.
yeah. I'm going to hit the furthest one because I can slow them a little bit.
Nice.
And I get to use one of my Earth Ganassi features as well now.
Which one's the big bad gobbo?
I think the one in the back.
The one in the back.
Oh,
Do you
that's
mind
the
if I
one.
trade that out with one of these minis? Just
By all means.
Just to distinguish them.
That's fair.
Ooh,
Totally
big
good with
sword.
that.
Big sword.
Big sword. Love it. All right, so while I'm setting this up, go ahead with what your actions are going to be.
So I think you're going first.
I am going first. I'm going to go up to the first one, if you can move my mini up to the first one, and I'm going to go ahead and try and attack. Yes, I have 1 hit point, but I've got really 1 move, so that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit,
Oh, yeah, it hits.
and that's max damage, which would be
Nice.
7.
7 points of damage. So you instantly drop the first one.
Ooh.
What?
Completely unsurprised.
One punch?
Just whacks on the side of the head, and They're like cackling and laughing, and the next minute, gone.
Okay.
Lights are out.
I love that.
So I can use, because it's a surprise round. Do I still have movement?
Yes.
Okay, because then I will move to this far one and use my bonus action attack. Or is that going to be too much?
I would say with the surprise, it would just be that
Okay.
basic action.
Then I'll stand right there.
You're like already over the next one.
Just an action.
This horrifying purple tiefling just about to punch the snot out of you.
All right.
Not be able to use an Earth Ganassi feature.
So, Nika, are you next, or is that?
I am next. And just because the action started, it's a little bit chaotic. So, not keeping with exactly what we planned. So I am going to, use my first adrenaline rush. And that gives me dash as a bonus action. And it also gives me 2 temporary hit points. So I'm using it more for the hit points here.
Okay.
But I will use dash and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'll stop here right in front of the big bad and just,
Show me your pathway again.
it went through here. So I guess I did go through theirs.
So they're going to get an opportunity attack on you.
And what triggered the opportunity attack?
Well, because I was never in melee with them. But is it because I move in
They're
and then
passing
out?
along the side in and out, so it's like
Maybe I should, well, I already said I did it.
What is an opportunity attack?
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
smooth.
Yeah.
So this is where they went into that melee range, and then you moved out of it. So
I
it's like they're
moved
trying to
into
move
it.
through you.
And then as soon as I moved here, I'm outside of that 5-foot
Yep.
area.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that triggers that. So we'll roll for that. That is gonna just barely miss.
Oh, thank Grunge.
So they're caught offside. They see this. They're more like trying to swing towards you, and they almost just kind of make incidental contact with you.
Yeah.
So you fly right on by. You're in melee with the other one, so you're fine.
Cool.
Anything else?
I am going to take, so that was my bonus action to dash, and I'm going to do just a full wallop on the big bad
Okay.
with the great axe.
Go for it.
Is it surprise round so we get advantage?
Yes.
Cool. Nice. 16 to hit.
16. So there's laughing. The laughing is cut off abruptly as they see you just come wailing in,
Frenzied adrenaline eyes.
and all you see is just a smirk. As you slice right in middle contact, they do not budge an inch.
It's a super goblin.
You miss.
Bad super.
Anything else?
I will then use my move action to back away from that guy. Because I'm like, okay, one at a time. Oh, that is
That's
another
another attack,
opportunity.
yeah.
You gonna post up, post up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm gonna
I
stay
also
there.
I also held Artelos, so just one action. So
Oh, that's true.
Sven, go ahead.
So having previous knowledge that Arteloth is injured quite heavily, I'm gonna shift my focus onto the goblin that is engaged with Arteloth.
Cool, go ahead.
It's bad soup, so
It is bad soup.
I'm gonna do another Ray of Frost. It's my trick right now.
Nice.
That works.
And do that spell attack. 22.
Hits.
Yeah. So that's a D8. That's only 3 damage.
3 damage is 3
Yeah.
damage.
10 feet of movement slowed though. Not too useful in this scenario.
I was going to
but-
say, I don't think there's going to be much movement going
No.
on here.
But I'm gonna use movement to go into range as well. So move in action.
To
Engage.
I'll say
yeah.
I'll let you sort of like charge at.
Yeah.
All right, so from now we're going to go back to the normal. And the lovely friend here is going to be playing a nice little whack-a-mole with you. And
They're gonna bonk me.
that's going to be a 19 to hit on the first attack.
To me,
Yes.
it hits.
And the second attack is going to miss.
Good. I like that.
So
Low rolls,
you
low
now
rolls.
suddenly see, as they smirk, they pull out the first scimitar and just completely catch you by surprise. They see the second scimitar,
Ooh, it has 2 swords.
Surprise
and it just
scimitar.
doesn't cut up in the right spot. So that is gonna whack for 8 points of slashing damage.
I am down,
All right.
but I pop back up immediately with 1 hit point.
Yep, perfect.
We love that.
Love that endurance.
So we get twins.
And you hear, good, a challenge.
Yeah, so basically, like, I like step back with the sword in my gut and like shake it off and stay up with 1 hit point.
So on this goblin's turn, they're going to kind of assess threat here. Seeing that they're directly in between, they have flanking on you. Both are going to hit.
Okay, well, I go down.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, you will definitely now be down.
Right. I'm gonna have
And you
to-
hear it say,
also, I'm gonna use
this
a
one's
slot.
got fire.
I have to use a spell slot. Definitely.
All right. Ardeloth, it's now your turn.
Okay, I'm going to try and take out the one that is directly in front of me.
Okay, go ahead.
23 to hit.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And I would immediately forget what numbers I'm adding. 5 points of bludgeoning damage to that
That
one.
takes him out.
Yeehaw!
So they're like, yeah, boy, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
And this time, since I have both action and bonus action, I'm going
Yes.
to use my movement to go around to the other one, and I'm going to try and hit him with my...
Are they flanked because they're double
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give you a
engaged?
flanking for that one.
Okay, so that was better. Not that I think I needed it. 24
Yep.
and 6 points of bludgeoning damage to that one.
Still standing.
How dare you?
That one's a jerk.
Yeah.
All
very
right,
dare
Nika, go ahead and roll that d20 for me.
Death save, nat 20!
Ooh, you are back up with
Extra
one.
endurance.
Yes! Let's
Beautiful.
go!
That was beautiful. I love it.
Double relentless here.
I like look back at the goblin behind me.
But you're prone still.
Is
right?
that, is
You're
that,
going to be prone.
yeah. Do I get my,
No, that's your
Turn?
Okay,
Okay.
Your
that's
turn,
your
yeah.
action. But you're back.
can I crawl away? I can't.
No, sorry. This is just you could be like, oh,
It's
okay.
Could
well,
I do a performance check to like come back with the 1 hit point and like pretend to be dead still, so that they don't hit on me again? I mean, hit.
You know
me.
what? It'll be contested, but sure. Let's try it.
Yeah.
I'm so dead.
I'm totally still dead.
It's an 11.
It's an 11. You can't really tell, but you're going to try and play dead.
Yep. Try and play
Because
dead.
you're trying to play dead, you're not going to be able to see it, but you're working for it.
I just like kind of open my eyes and breathe slowly and like kind of get my surroundings. Like, okay, there's one still up.
Cool. Sven,
So, John, by chance,
by chance.
is there a stalactite above where Goblin with the big sword is?
Hold, please.
Nope.
Ah, dang it. Do I see a big rock anywhere?
I mean, there are plenty of big rocks, don't get me wrong.
Okay. Well, what I'll do then is I'm going to cast Catapult and pick up the rock about the size of, like, a little bit bigger than a basketball
Okay.
and just hurl it at that goblin's head.
Okay, cool. That's an attack roll?
It's an attack roll, yes.
Okay.
Come on.
Do they get any sort of like deck save?
This
No,
is a spell
it's-
attack roll.
Okay, just
yeah.
a normal spell
Yeah.
attack. Okay.
I can fling an object 1 to 5 pounds in a straight line up to 90 feet.
Excellent. Okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
I was wanting to drop a stalactite on his head.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. But no, it's all right.
Unfortunately, dice didn't let it happen.
Are there any anvils or pianos up there? What?
23.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm just glad it hit because this is one of my 2 spells.
All right, roll damage.
That's 3d8.
Oh, let's
Do you need
go.
an
We're just gonna go ahead, like roll the damage anyways.
Yeah, I'll
but
take an extra.
Wait, he's going against the big
No,
guy.
I've got 3. I've got out 3 specifically for this.
oh, sorry, were you going after
The
him?
big one, yeah.
Oh, okay, my apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big bad.
Oh, wait, that's 7, not a 1.
Nice.
13 damage.
Let's go. Tank.
So
Secret
you
tank.
whack, and it hits him in the chest, and you're like, they still are not moving. Ow! That hurt. And as that rock just falls out, you can see you've made a huge dent.
Okay.
But it's some damage.
Yes.
Anything else?
So 1 second. If the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, and what it strikes each take. Oh, okay, never mind. It struck it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So, all right.
There's no push or anything.
There's no push. I thought
Okay.
it was going to knock him down. It was just like,
Cool.
do they move out of the way after? Does it keep moving or not?
On their turn, you see a loose string in their hand, in this scimitar hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, I made a mistake. It was not a spell attack roll. It was a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, I thought it was a
All right,
spell
hold
attack roll.
on, hold on.
Yeah.
We'll roll. No.
No. Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
so you're good.
Nothing changed.
You're good.
Yeah. I was reading.
This happens all the time.
Yeah.
The string glows. Truce, or you all die. You look up. This string is loosely connected to a mishmash of rope over which there is a bundle of large rocks.
I just groan from the ground.
Me from where I'm standing.
I'm still trying to play dead here.
And it's like, yeah, I saw you.
Oh.
Get up.
And I brush myself off
Okay.
Any of you tries any funny business, we pull, we all go.
insight check.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
14.
What are you trying to see?
Would they really off themselves in this scenario? Or would they be protected if they did this?
You're unsure, but they have a very serious look on their face.
Oh, okay. Argaloth's a gambler, so we're gonna go with bet you won't.
Hey, we're both pretty hot.
So the one holding the rope, does he look like he's in rough shape at all?
He took some damage, but he's not done.
He's not done. Okay, I thought if he was close to death.
This is theoretically survivable for him, not theoretically survivable for you all.
No.
No.
You as a gambler, you give me an insight check as well.
Okay.
Can I do anything?
Straight 14.
You've seen that face before. Oh, they're determined.
Okay.
Well,
You're.
He's gonna pull it.
Yeah, I think so. You would.
I ready an action to activate my second adrenaline rush to dash out of this room if I see him
Okay.
so much as begin
sure,
to pull
sure.
it. But I don't move at the moment.
but because you're prone, that would require
I
roll
just
if
stood
we
up.
get to that point.
I just stood up.
Oh, okay, cool. Then that works.
We skipped over my bonus action on my turn.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah, no problem. I was gonna do Blade Ward as the bonus action.
Okay, that works.
Stone Ward.
But things are like mostly stopped for a second.
Yeah, I was gonna say that round probably.
Yeah, I was planning to do it, and I only get 2 uses of it a day, so I was just gonna make sure I got it in there.
Gotcha.
We overheard them talking earlier about how this guy's gonna be the leader here someday.
Ah.
I'm gonna look at him and said, "You're the one that wants to be the leader around here, right?"
Make just a persuasion check.
11.
I was trying to think of something to assist you.
What of it?
You could never be the leader if you off yourself like this.
Yeah,
Also-
if you crush your only captive,
Yeah.
well, no one will trust you as a leader.
You think that's my only captive?
Also,
So you have more?
Maybe.
Also, look around. We could help you become the leader around here. Is there someone else here that you might need to take care of?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. 15. You've got 3 capable fighters here.
You saw me go down twice and stay up.
I've taken out so many of your fellows.
It was impressive.
4 if you let him go. And I point to the, is it Sildar in the cage?
Uh-huh.
Okay. 4 if you let him go.
You see like the wheels turning. Here's the agreement.
Okay.
You take out Clark. Then you leave the merchandise be.
Okay.
You can have Sildar. And you can be on your merry little way.
All right. You're going to help us take out Clark, right?
And give me another persuasion check, and you're gonna have to do it
Oh,
with
I will assist by saying in Goblin, the goblins, if they see you in battle, they will see you as a hero. I'm sure the others don't like him.
Okay.
Yeah, right now it's the coward's way out.
Yeah.
If you help, then
Okay, with
more
advantage. I love it.
more
I love
likely
it.
to be a leader.
And for that point of inspiration,
Yeah.
for context, at least, once a session when somebody does something particularly cool, you can give a point of inspiration, which allows them a re-roll of some sort.
So glad I took Goblin as a language.
Thank you, because the first one was a 3,
Ooh.
but the second one's a 15, so a total of 16.
Hey, nice.
How do I know that you won't just drop me the second I let go of this?
Because we're about to die,
Yeah,
and
We-
you are in the best position here. He's a wizard.
we really have no choice.
Yeah. How is it that the wizard is the one that looks the best off right now?
He's
what
a-
happened to you?
We've been protecting the wizard. He's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
I am important.
He's a magic man.
Okay.
Also, part of the deal, if we help you take out Clog, there was an important map that we lost. Could we perhaps get that back along with Sildar here?
If it's still there.
Okay.
All right. So you see the wheels turn and slowly let's go.
Oh, I breathed for the first time. Yeah, like Nika was not having fun.
No one touched that.
Yeah,
I
Don't
don't
plan on
particularly
it.
want to, no.
I don't like rocks.
Clark, can you?
And this is not Clark. They
Oh.
say you want to take out Clark.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Has not even said their name yet, actually.
Okay.
Love that.
What is your name, new leader? King
Yemek.
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 And let me suggest, this place is held off. You should rest.
That's-
you both
Yeah.
look like you're going to drop at a moment's notice.
Yes, that would be very
be
nice.
great.
That was going to be my
Actually-
next suggestion. Yeah.
We have a couple of hours.
You could even pose us as your captives in case anyone comes by to let us rest for the night.
It could up your station within the camp anyway, just having us as captives.
I like the way you all think. So at this point, I will allow that you all could take
Oh,
a long rest.
Oh, a
Thank
long rest. Nice.
Grooch.
I was at least going to get an arcane recovery in,
That
but
well,
long
I don't
rest is
have
nice.
any short rest.
Oh,
A
and
little side action. Typically, a lot of these encounters are built for 4 or 5 players.
Yeah.
With 3 players, normally this combat would actually have 6 goblins.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can adjust on the fly what we do to make sure that people can have a good time, but also there's a level of risk. And it also means there's no excuses for what comes next. So now, we have a rest, and Yimik leads you straight to the mouth of Clark's cave. It's well lit. You can just make out a gleam of what appears to be some spilled over merchandise. Looks glinty, looks valuable, but you can't tell much else. There's a seat that is at the end of this small pathway. It's a pretty wide open room, and the seat's about like right here.
Okay.
What do you do?
There's no good way to stealth into this room.
No, I'll go ahead and give you that one.
Yimik, could you perhaps present us as initiates for your gang?
Or
We wish to meet the Black Spider, perhaps?
That is the dumbest thing you could have said. The black spider is not here. Why do you think the black spider would be here? You don't even know what the black spider is. I love it.
We just want to meet Clark.
We want to meet Clug, but
Yeah.
it seems like you have done dealings with the Black Spider.
why don't we just go in as prisoners?
Yeah, you lead the way. Yimik.
They're not going to believe that one. We're gonna have to figure this one out.
Can we just rush in and surprise them?
I mean, that's
Yeah, what are we looking to be up against?
So Clog's a bugbear,
That's tricky.
and I don't know how many people else are in this room, and also Rippers in there probably.
I've got an idea. Is
What,
there any
what
way?
is Ripper?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's
What
his
is
pet.
Ripper?
A pet.
Okay.
Cool.
Is there any way that you can, like, gather an audience with Clark and like maybe get a few of them together?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Ooh.
12.
Remember, he is magic.
I am Magic Man. It's come full circle.
Okay.
Yeah. If you could get them together, and then when you hear good soup,
Okay.
take a step back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then I'll try to hit everybody. You'll see the magic.
Okay. Yimik goes
We're
walk
pulling
in,
a C-3PO on these Ewoks.
walks in.
And I'm gonna start readying to cast Ice Knife.
Can I?
Can I get a line of sight?
Ooh, and I'm not gonna step over.
Yeah, our tank's gonna go in first.
Yeah. I don't have mage armor up.
Okay.
I fell on a long rest.
Oh, whoops, that's in the actual room.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the moment that he utters, you hear. Vroom. Nice try, Yimik. Yimik's down.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
Okay.
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 Oh, little goblin friend.
Oh, great. I rolled another 2 on initiative.
Nice. I have 4.
Ooh, 17 straight.
17, teen.
And what'd you get?
I have a 4.
Yeah, I have a 4 as well with my initiative bonus.
Looks like I'm charging in.
Did any of them gather?
Probably not.
Oh, maybe they'll crowd into the hallway.
come and attack us, maybe?
Maybe.
If we stay out here in the hall.
He's gonna send Ripper at us. That's what's gonna end up happening.
Ripper is, but I hate it.
I'm like, thanks, I hate it.
I could
Ooh, I
take
get
a
to go
guess based on-
first.
Bugbear.
Bugbear. Those guys. Have
Yes.
Long
Okay.
reach.
So, Nika, go ahead.
All right, tap in the chest. Gonna do adrenaline rush. Get myself up. Took out a friend, and I'm going to rush into the room.
Okay.
Over Enoch's body. What do I see once I get in there? Because that will determine
You see
then
the
what I want to do.
bugbear now on the side of the chair tossing what appears to be like a small bow and arrow
Ooh.
and rapidly going for a sword.
Okay. Do I see anything else in the room?
Give me a perception check.
Nope.
It's a nat one.
You're going right.
Nope.
You're going in full bore. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and engage with our friend here.
Okay.
I have the 2 temporary hit points. So I'm hoping 15 gets me through the fight. And that was my bonus action to get in there. And let's go ahead with that attack.
All right, go for it.
Great axe. Hey, I like it. 22.
It hits.
Does a 22 hit?
Rolled a 1 on the damage die.
Oh
Okay.
no.
It's better than a 1 for a saving throw.
Yeah. 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. All right. Anything else?
I still have a move action. So I will.
Do you have a disengage action?
No,
wanna stay engaged?
I'm staying in melee range.
Okay.
But I'm just moving to the left of him to set up a flank. And I will actually say flank as I move to the other side
Okay.
for our monk beast.
All right.
Will attempt.
So on its turn, you see that it wasn't a sword. It's a morning star.
Cool.
Cool.
Dope.
Cool. Love that.
That's
And
gonna
it's
feel
going
good.
straight for the chrome dome. And
It's
that's
a teal dome.
17.
17 hits.
17 hits. That's going to be 14 points of damage right to the cranium.
Wow, I have 15 because of my 2 temporary, so I'm still up with 1 hit point.
Nice.
A charge.
Yeah, I like kind of buckle a bit though.
For sure. This
Yeah.
is like right in the face.
That's
Yep.
a hit right there.
Ardeloth, it's your go.
Okay, so I can actually, if I counted this out right, I end up.
Right. You're right at Emic.
Yeah, right at Emic.
Right there. Yep.
So
Key point to dash.
yeah,
Darn.
so not an option. Yep, that's what I've got.
You could use your action to dash and set up the flank at least.
That's true. I'll go ahead and I'll spend the action to set up the flank.
Throw a rock.
Okay.
I can't throw a rock.
Throw
Sven, go
Emic.
ahead.
I can throw a rock.
Sven, throw Emic at him.
Oh no.
Catapult.
John, is there perhaps a stalactite above the bugbear?
That would be great.
As a matter of fact, there is.
Awesome. I'm gonna cast catapult.
Wow.
Go
And
for it.
I'm gonna aim at the stalactite and just throw it. It says throw it in a straight line down into the bugbear.
Okay.
It's a saving throw, dexterity saving throw.
Miss.
He dodges it.
He dodges
And
it.
if he dodges
No,
it.
as in-
Oh, you didn't get it. I thought
Yeah.
you.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's 3d8.
3d8.
Bludgeoning damage.
Our tank.
All eights. I see a 7.
7, 6, 4. So 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
So this stalactite has a little bit of sharpness to it, so
Okay.
it like cuts right through all along, all the way down.
Okay. So Is he looking hurt now?
Oh,
at least?
this looks very bad.
Okay.
You did 17 points. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He did
he's not
14
doing
to
well.
me, so.
Yeah.
In
Ouchie,
that,
ouchie bad.
after I do that, I'm gonna take my movement in 1, 2, 3, or just 1, 2, 3 there. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna use my Earth Ganassi trait meld with, or not, what is it? Merge with stone, not mold stone. And I'm gonna cast Blade Ward as a bonus action on
Cool.
myself.
Nika, it's to you.
Dope. Setting up, seeing him bloodied like this, I'm just going to go in for another axe hit and hope I roll better on my damage. That's a nat 20 with the advantage. It has now
It's
fulfilled
redeemed.
its redemption.
All right, go ahead with that damage.
Yes. Which, how are we doing critical hit damage? Are we rolling the die twice, taking full on the first? How are we doing
Let's
it?
do the full on the first.
Full on the first.
Just to guarantee you get something out of this, and then roll the second one.
Are you sure? Because that's 12. That's a full 12.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
aware.
All right. 12 plus 9 plus 3 is going to be 25 points of
So-
damage.
You hit to a certain point, you see a slash, and then the rest of the attack flies through.
Can I behead him? Is it a finisher or no?
It is in the respect that the rest of your attack, about halfway through, flies through, looks at you. See you later. Vanishes in a blip.
What?
And you see
No.
a small butterfly mote for an instant.
This happened before.
It
Evil
happened
butterflies.
in the future? Is he the
Your
magic
confusion is
bear? Magic
palpable.
bear.
As
Angel
now,
bear.
the room is completely empty.
What? No Ripper.
No Ripper.
He's eating
It's
soup.
completely quiet.
Y'all, I killed him so hard, he turned into a butterfly.
I'm very proud of you.
That was weird.
You've done excellently well. Is
Am I Magic Woman?
Is Tiny Goblin still on the ground?
No.
Is
What goblin?
Yemek.
he Yemek?
No, there's no one else in here but you all.
What? He's gone too?
Give me a perception roll.
This is getting
11.
I'm just
9.
astonished. I'm not looking for the goblin.
You just barely see the blip.
Him too?
Him too.
Yeah.
I was gonna crush his skull.
Yemek? Why?
Now, Sildar comes in the room. He's like, "What was that?"
You're full of excellent questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he'd be here.
Sildar, that's just how powerful we are. You should really pay us more.
This axe turns people into butterflies. And my axe is still like embedded in the rock wall,
yeah.
and I'm still like pulling it out.
And you see, oh dear, they have Gundren on the map. We're in trouble.
Oh,
And that is where our stopping point will be for this time. One last thing before we go. It is at this point that you all would actually traditionally go to second level.
Yay!
Woohoo!
So from this point, you would be able to go through your character sheet, find whatever extra items, also roll hit points again for your second level, and add those hit point totals. But
Ooh.
where'd they go? Why aren't they blipping out of existence? Homebrew is fun. That's all the time we have. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time where, oh, don't worry, we've got much more about D&D to talk about.